Hey guys, back again. Another news story. Let's see what we got. Oh boy. Oh, let me adjust this. There we go. All right. Let's start with the first one. Man shot, robbed in Manhattan, police say. A man was shot and robbed by two men in Manhattan overnight, Sunday, according to police, around 1:30 a.m. Wow. Cop pleads guilty for protecting Queens sex traffickers in exchange for sexual favors. The hell? Putnam police officer pleaded guilty to bribery and extortions. I got to find out more about this. This is too weird. Oh, there we go. A Putnam County police officer pleaded guilty to bribery and extortion charges Friday for protecting two Queens prostitution rings in exchange for sexual favors. Yeah, that's definitely a man that needs sexual favors. Over the course of 8 years, damn, that's a long time to be sexually favored. The course of 8 years, Wayne Pfeiffer, 48, protected sex traffickers when they operated in Brewster Village, where he worked. Was he the only one there? From 2010 to 2018, Pfeiffer would tip off the sex traffickers of law enforcement activity so they could avoid detection or arrest. In return, the prostitution rings would send women to Brewster to perform sex acts on Pfeiffer. In some instances, the sex acts were even performed in the Brewster Police Department station. God damn. He could at least get some money from that, man. That's just crazy. The defendant disgraced his sworn oath to protect and serve the community by, he did protect and serve the community by using his badge as a shield for prostitution rings in exchange for sexual services from victims of sex trafficking. Sorry, caught me. Stated the United States Attorney Breon Peace. Breon Peace, and he's a state attorney. God damn. Just when you think the names in comic books are ridiculous. Rooting out official corruption and protecting victims and survivors of trafficking are top priorities of this office. Well, it's a prostitution ring. They're not necessarily victims. Could just be workers. Pfeiffer will be sentenced by a federal judge in Brooklyn. He faces up to 25 years in prison. Damn. And he's going to be doing sexual favors. To turn tables. 13 of the most epic sibling feuds and rivalries of all time. Is it 70 of the biggest questions about the universe? Nah. No questions about the universe. I have it all figured out. What is this? No. Should go back to where I was. All right. What's this? Making the case both sides of the Kayvon Thibodeau debate. Names, man. Open thread, Mets versus Nationals. Breaking news, Mayor Eric Adams two first names. NYPD officer shoots out tire of the fleeing Porsche on Belt Parkway. Are they even trained to shoot at tires? Qianming Wang, damn. Qianming Wang last addition to all Supernova squad. 17-year-old charged with murder and shooting outside Bronx school. That 16-year-old girl. Man, school shootings. Good. Prospect Heights, Crown Heights, whatever. Opening day hero Josh Donaldson gets new t-shirt. Okay. Man stabbed in head on Soho Street. Cops shoot at catalytic converter thief on Belt Parkway in Brooklyn. New York's 220 billion budget by the numbers and what it means for taxpayers' wallets. Oh. What is this? Kevin Durant says Steve Nash has done a great job. Okay. What is this? Mets new former boyfriend of murdered Long Island hospital employee arraigned on murder charges. Wait, is he former boyfriend because she's dead? Or because they broke up? Was that Leap? Or is it Long Island? That's what LI stands for, I assume. Long Island town makes pitch to Pete Davidson to host refurbished Staten Island ferry. Why would he do that? New York City Mayor Adams, Ed's mock draft 6.0. Let's go all 6 rounds for the Giants. Okay. Or is it 6-0? It's time to start screaming about how nasty Michael King is again. What? What is this ICYMI? What does that stand for? You know what? I need to stop asking that question. I don't care enough to find out. Middle school gains national recognition. What is this? Why does that guy look like Michael Rappaport? See it. Tiger Woods caddy Joe LaCava again rocking Giants gear. No, that's definitely Michael Rappaport. NYPD searching for suspect who robbed 4 Chase banks in 8 days. Damn, that's impressive. Why just Chase? Did he used to work for Chase? Ottawa Senators versus New York Rangers open threat. Senators. That's the name of their team. DJ LeMahieu is the Yankees X Factor in 2022. New Jersey man arrested for anti-Semitic carjacking. What? What? Pedestrian hitting and stabbing rampage? Was it also anti-Semitic when he hit a pedestrian and rampage? Come on, man. What is that anti-Semitic carjacking? Was it not kosher? It's ridiculous. Alcohol to go now legal in New York. No. What you need to know. New Jersey's new plastic bag ban. Heartbroken mother speaks out after teen killed in Bronx shooting. 17-year-old in custody. Damn. I wonder what she said that made someone want to shoot her. Or did. Feel old? These hit songs turned 20 years old in 2022. Oh. Schumer addresses explosion of ghost guns in New York in the wake of deadly Bronx shooting. Ghost guns. Not even the ghosts are shooting. Police search for thief who punched woman 67 downstairs at Manhattan subway station. Was she walking too slow? Aaron Boone, Yankees will probably keep using new pitch. Calm system. Couple or three things. Montreal puts Red Bulls at rock bottom in third place. Mayor Adams meet with family of fatally shot 12-year-old boy in Brooklyn. Oh. Long Island man arrested for choking someone in parking lot. Oh, didn't kill him. Swollen rivers, slow catch on opening day of trout season. But New Jersey anglers still hooked. What's this, poetry? What remains? Former inhabitants of East Village, Anarchy Row, recall NYPD, homeless sweep, standoff. What's this dog? Pet of the week, meet Lucy, just a dog. Army coaches looking for more progress following 2 weeks of spring football camp. Okay. Motor racing Red Bull performance, desperately frustrating. Horner. Man stabbed in Times Square subway station. It's a convenient place. Mets Daily Prospect Report. He's real and he's spectacular. He exists. He's doing well. All right. Mo Donegal wins Wood Memorial for trainer Pletcher. I don't know what that means. Luis Severino feels like he's a better pitcher than before. Injuries sidelined him. Okay. Photos. Joe Biden attends mass at Delaware Church ahead of Palm Sunday. Hey boy. Brooklyn Nets signed two-way forward Kessler Edwards to standard deal. I don't know what that is. Adams speculates on building 5 new specialized schools, 1 in each borough. Is that a mayor's job? Just go around taking pictures in random places so people think you're working? Kinder chocolate products recalled for salmonella contamination. You know what? I would have never known how to spell that word. Salmon and Ella. Robert sought, move that. Robber sought for knocking woman down. Oh, right. They said he punched her in the last thing. Sports. Powerball winning numbers drawn for Saturday, April 9th, 2022, after a lengthy delay. Did someone win? Let's see. Lengthy delay. Drawing for Saturday, April 9th. Normally drawings occur at 10:59 p.m., but did not happen 1:35 a.m. Sunday due to a participating lottery needing extra time to complete the required security protocols. Here are the winning numbers for Saturday. Okay. Okay, so no one won. Thought that was Ricky Gervais for a second. What does it say? Gutters. Military analyst explains what Putin's new commander tells us about his strategy. 9 sneaky beliefs that could be ruining your life. A sad woman crying and depressed in her room at home alone. Well, obviously not. Someone took the picture. Right. Do I have to click on that one, or is it already? There are 18 different schemas that can develop in childhood that may have adverse effect on how you view the world. You may not even realize that you don't want to read this anymore, but it's entirely up to you whether or not to skip this part. What are schemas? Have you ever heard of a schema before? Yes, a schema is a stable and enduring negative pattern that develops during childhood or adolescence, persists and expands throughout our lives. We view the world through the lens of our schemas. Schemas are closely held beliefs and feelings about yourself and others in the world and the world. Typically, you accept these beliefs without question, and many people are not aware that they have them. They're self-perpetuating and are very resistant to change, but with appropriate treatment, you can change them. I'm not going to continue. What is this? Top Japanese Yakuza mobster arrested in New York over plot to sell drugs to buy surface-to-air missiles. Man. "30 weird images that will make you say, how is that even possible?" Perfectly round rock. How is that? People say turning 50 is fabulous. No, they don't. Here's what they didn't tell me. It's something obvious that you should have known, isn't it? The world's least corrupt countries. Least corrupt. Ooh. Well. Legendary stock picker V2G will change everything. No. 30 weird images that will make you say, how's damn it. No, they're gonna go through all 30. What is this? 29. This perfect circle formed by a bit of dead grass. How is that even possible? This shadow that lines up perfectly in the sidewalk cracks. Okay. Guessing the image didn't load. And finally, the center of this pepper that's just happy to see you. Former Navy SEAL on China reportedly accelerating its nuclear buildup. That has to be a misspelling, right? I didn't just have a stroke. How long do goldfish live? How big do they get? How low do they go? Russia's new world order is bad news for Africa. Yes. How to tell a sociopath from a psychopath? Which one is worse? Probably the sociopath. Here's how much cash you need stashed if a national emergency happens. $100 bills in jars. Surprising foods that are banned around the world. Russian troops took highly radioactive souvenirs from Chernobyl. Come on, man. Those Ukrainian Nazis must stop bombing themselves. 5 cartoons about Russian disinformation. Well, they probably should stop bombing themselves. He makes a good point. The best private college, no. Alien creature with human lips. Give fellatio to 5 drinks. The 5 drinks the longest living people enjoy every day. Probably tea. Most boring zodiac sign. Milky Way gallery. See awe-inspiring images of the galaxy. Everyday phrases borrowed from the Bible. Don't put lipstick on a pig and I don't know. The best fighter on Cobra Kai according to a real-life karate sensei. Okay. Dark facts that will ruin your childhood. No. Musk has an original idea to solve the homeless crisis in San Francisco. Send them to space? What does General Petraeus see coming in the weeks ahead in Ukraine? Software engineer explains how he helped defeat Russian tanks. Oh boy, maybe by making them bomb themselves. Thousands of new viruses discovered in the ocean. Oh, some shake weights looking viruses there. How do I, Ravichandran Venkataraman, financial collapse of countries thanks to greed of one country. Ravichandran Venkataran, I feel like I'm praying. 40 countries you might not have heard of but should visit ASAP. 5 personality traits of psychopaths who are ordinary, everyday people. Why is China delivering missiles to Serbia? Because it's fun. Popular songs you didn't know are actually covers. 30 out of this world NASA photos you have to see to believe. Ex-Alabama prison guard sentenced for assaulting inmates. Okay, let me see. I mean, it is Alabama. Montgomery, Alabama. A former sergeant for the Alabama Department of Corrections has been sentenced to 2.5 years. That's it. In prison for assaulting 2 inmates at the Elmore Correctional Facility, prosecutors say. Ulysses Oliver Jr., 47, was sentenced Friday to 30 months in prison and 3 years of supervised release. U.S. Department of Justice said in a news release. According to court documents, the inmate assault happened on February 16, 2019. Prosecutors said Oliver went to an observation room where 2 inmates were handcuffed. Oliver reportedly pulled the first victim into the hallway and struck him multiple times with his fist and feet, and struck him with his collapsible baton about 19 times. Oliver then returned to the observation room and pulled the second man into the hallway, where he reportedly kicked him and used his baton to strike him about 10 times. What's with these numbers? The handcuffed victims did not resist and posed no threat, the Justice Department said, but they had enough time to count how many times he was hitting them. Prosecutors say Oliver, who pleaded guilty in the case, assaulted the inmates as punishment because he believed the victims had brought contraband into the facility. Well, I mean, it's policy, right? You beat them up when you suspect them of a crime. The assaults occurred near other correctional officers who did not intervene. Yeah? 2 other former corrections officers have pleaded guilty in connection with the incident, and a third was convicted at trial. The actions of Mr. Oliver and his co-defendants run completely counter to the responsibilities and trust given to correctional officers, said the U.S. Attorney Sandra J. Stewart for Middle District of Alabama. Oliver knew that the use of force in this case was unnecessary and excessive. Well, you don't know it's unnecessary. Probably excessive. And so did the other officers involved. While I fully support the difficult and dangerous jobs that these officers undertake each day, my office remains committed to holding those that ignore their oaths accountable. Well. Well, I will say that is that for today's news. Bye.